Well, let's look at trading activities at the Exchange Limited. My colleague Effiong Ekop is already live in the studio for that conversation. And Effiong, the market is back again in red.
In red.
Yes.
Basically, we are seeing rebalancing of portfolios in the markets. Both the bears and the bulls, they have shown themselves up, for a reasonable period of time. Investors somehow, some of them are feeling fatigue, and then those who were running after banking securities, they are also being held back by the activity or the action of the central bank not coming forth with, approval of so many of the half-year results of the banks. These are the things that are now, showing a kind of weaknesses in the process of, holding and then determining which stock to hold and then replant the thing. So basically, investors now look at a situation where maybe they pile up money so that by October, they begin to look into the last quarter of the year, to be able to, because the banks that actually hold financial activity across the market and the larger economy, the activities are not really being predictable now by many of the fund managers. And we see so many of them rushing to raise funds, some concluding and not, despite the fact that we know that about 8 of them have announced that somehow they have been able to manage to get close to what the central bank, wants. But the larger number of them still remaining, we are waiting. And then the main issue is, the half-year report to see how far many of them had went. So,
I don't know what is the delay in that.
The central bank knows. I think I cannot hold brief for the central bank. I think it wants to really be sure that what you put out your figure, you really have it. So if you say you have so much in your vaults, well, that means even if somebody is owing you some way, you still have a part of the money in your hand to be able to do some of the things. I think that is the basic things that they want to do. So you've seen the tendency of buying power coming down. We are still having a buyer's market in the sense that stocks are not, rising as we had seen about 2 months back. And so the buyers, if they have opportunity, if they have money, they still have a position, to take it up. Until we determine what really is going on within the banking circle, it may still hold on, and then we see weakening in market activities.
So moving forward now, what are your expectations?
We are going to have a mixture of this expectation. You understand? So you will say that the coast is not really clear. You understand? But one thing that is supporting our market is that there is this ready cash, ready flow from Nigerians that are living abroad. Nigerians are living abroad. They have huge volume of dollars and euros that they can easily bring in there, and when they exchange the money, our own items here are very, very weak. So they can buy, a whole lot of securities when they really want it. I'm looking at a situation where if we enter the month of October, you cannot really know what will happen, because definitely people would like to position their basket for the last quarter of the year. But we watch out for the banks, because December of that quarter coming, they will also be mandated by the CBN to close industry registers, show all of the activities you've done January to December. That's a very tall one for the banks, considering the fact that when it is March next year, they will have to, conclude recapitalization of their individual banks. So let's just want to see what happens to them. And again, with the insurance subsectors, coming up. We've seen insurance stocks, showing themselves up somehow. So the two sectors playing largely in the financial sectors, I think they are up, for scrutiny.
All right, thank you so much, my colleague there, Effiong Ekop, analyzing markets as always. Thank you.
Thank you, Tolu.